1. Our group meeting will be held tomorrow in the library conference room. 2. All staff must be leave from the fire hydrant exit. 3. All writers consciously or unconsciously represent their own cultures. 4. Avoid confusing causes of these changes. 5. Avoid confusing causes of these changes. 6. Career opportunities in this field are quite limited. 7. Catch the camera to see the fish. 8. Competition for the places in course is fierce. 9. Conferences are all scheduled 2 weeks in advance. 10. Conferences ought to be scheduled 2 weeks in advance. 11. Conferences will always be scheduled 2 weeks in advance. 12. Despite protests, the chemistry department was closed down. 13. Experts believe that industry development will help economy. 14. Final year business students have to write a 5,000-word essay on market trends. 15. Free campus tour runs daily during the summer for prospective students. 16. Heavy rain will fully cross the city next week. 17. Interim grades will be posted on the board outside the student lounge. 18. Interim results will be posted on the board outside the student lounge. 19. Interim scores will be posted on the board outside the student lounge. 20. It is important to allocate your time wisely when revising. 21. Most of the theories were similar, but a few critics disagreed. 22. Most theories were quite similar, but a few critics disagree. 23. Our group is going to meet tomorrow in the library conference room. 24. Please remember to bring a highlighter to class next Monday. 25. Please remember to bring a highlighter to class next Monday. 26. Please remember to bring a highlighter to class next Monday. 27. Politics is not usually a safe topic of conversation. 28. Reference of material is held in the Hall of Library Reference Desk. 29. Reference of material is held on the Library Reference Desk. 30. Some of the features are part of previous research. 31. Student concession cards need to be obtained by completing application form. 32. Student concession cards need to be obtained by completing application form. 33. Student identification card will be issued by today and tomorrow. 34. Teaching assistants will receive monthly fees for housing. 35. The campus tour runs daily during summers for prospective students. 36. The cause and effective problem. 37. The coffee house has special student discount through the week. 38. The curriculum is described in the course syllabus. 39. The cause and effective problem. 40. The first assignment is due on 14th September. 41. The history of movements was recorded by several writers. 42. The issue, both the exploration of the problem. 43. The leading companies changed their policies, procedures, after reports were released. 44. The main concepts in this thesis were not new. 45. The main concepts of these events were not yet fully understood. 46. The most important process of farming is weeding. 47. The problem of research for postgraduate students in funding. 48. The qualification will be assessed with a criterion to approach. 49. The relative humidity is the amount of moisture that the air can hold. 50. The same issue reached the same explanation of the problem. 51. The schedule allows plenty of times for independent study. 52. The schedule allows plenty of times for individual study. 53. The solar energy department is highly regarded worldwide. 54. The time of the maths lecture has been changed to 10:30. 55. The undergraduates need some special sources to analyze a specific program. 56. The university library has most of the necessary books. 57. With support of many faculty members. 58. There was no correlation between drug use and cure rates. 59. There were not enough evidence to support these recommendations. 60. They seem reach the same explanation of the problem. 61. This graph shows there is a minimal growth. 62. This paper challenged the previously accepted theories. 63. Those events are not yet fully understood. 64. Today's lecture material will be included in the next assessment. 65. Today's lecture material will be included in the next assessment. 66. Tribes work with each other to build monolithic statues. 67. University departments should carefully monitor articles and publications by faculty. 68. University departments should monitor articles and other publications by faculty. 69. We support on research related to tropical cyclone dynamics and forecasting. 70. We support the research on problems of tropical diagnosis and forecasting. 71. We support to do research in the field of archaeology such as forecasting and estimation. 72. You are required to complete the research paper by next Monday. 73. You are required to finish the report by next Monday. 74. You must submit your assignments by next Friday at the latest. 75. You should allocate your time wisely when revising. 76. Your task is to create the demand for the products. 77. Your thesis should have fairly large limited scopes. 78. Your thesis should have fairly large scopes. 79. The cafeterias feature supplying sausages, salad sandwich, chicken and fish. 80. The economics books are at the back on the left. 81. We can't consider asterisk price at this stage. 82. The application process is longer than expected. 83. Law is beneficial to investors by protecting their rights and avoiding any improper action in the markets. 84. The sociology department is highly regarded worldwide. 85. They were struggling last year to make their services pay. 86. Animals raised in captivity behave differently with their wild counterparts. 87. The essay will be published once the research is finished. 88. Sales figures last year are better than expected. 89. Evaluation paper will be reviewed by the university personnel. 90. Artists, other than politicians, played their own roles of cultural critics. 91. The result of experiment reported in the table below. 92. Nurses specialize in clinical work and management. 93. The morning lecture on economic policy has been cancelled. 94. The time of math lecture has changed to 10:30. 95. The university office will help you locate housing and transportation. 96. The toughest part of public transport is funding. 97. Climate change is becoming acceptable among a group of scientists. 98. The schedule allows plenty of time for independent study. 99. Heavy rain will fall across the city next week. 100. Observers waited nervously and hold the breath for a concert. 101. Observers waited nervously and debated aggressively for the conference. 102. You can contact with all your tutors by email. 103. Scientists now study a wide variety of atmospheric processes. 104. Experts believe that industry development will help economy. 105. Undergraduate students may participate in specific stages within the program. 106. An artist supports politicians and receive a lot of critics. 107. The cart carries a single subject. 108. The final year will consist of 4 taught courses and 1 project. 109. He started his tutorial presentation right on time. 110. Sydney is Australia's largest city, chief port and cultural centre. 111. Newspapers are supported primarily by the sale of advertising space. 112. Scientists here are doing a wide variety of mysterious processes. 113. The relative humidity is the amount of moisture that the air can hold. 114. Evaluation paper will be reviewed by university personnel. 115. The new product failed due to a lack of demand. 116. This morning's lecture on the economic policy has been cancelled. 117. If you are not sure, phone student service for help. 118. The key findings seem to contradict our initial hypothesis. 119. It is hard to anticipate all the characters that were in React. 120. Everyone in this room needs to exit during the fire drill. 121. It is required to submit assignment by Friday. 122. Our professor is hosting the Economic Development Conference next week. 123. Remember, students have strict ability criteria. 124. Technologies on biotechnology is of crucial importance in the developing. 125. When the workers ask for higher wages, companies raise the price. 126. Before submitting your dissertation, your advisor should approve your application. 127. The new technician dropped the microscope in the biology lab. 128. The students have opinions to live in residence or apartments. 129. It is absolutely vital that you acknowledge all your sources. 130. There will be a conference here next summer on the web for academic research. 131. The nearest automatic teller is in front of the anatomy labs. 132. The decision was made with the support by several faculty members. 133. The company needs to polish its image. 134. There is a need for constructive dialogue between leaders. 135. The guy is qualified to lead the group into the mountain. 136. Your summary should be as clear and concise as possible. 137. The same reach the same explanation of the problem. 138. We can't consider the price at this stage. 139. A person's education level is closely related to their economic background. 140. It is hard to character and react. 141. The first assignment is due to 14th of September. 142. The spot of lecture on economic policy has been cancelled. 143. The island located in near to the southern part of the bay. 144. It is hard to anticipate all their actions. 145. Climate change is being acknowledged by many scientists. 146. If it helps to take notes in order to concentration, please do so. 147. To achieve full mark, an appropriate bibliography is required. 148. Neurons are principally involved in chemical process. 149. Why has the project been delayed for a long time? 150. I thought we would meet in a small meeting room. 151. Higher number of patients were infected than during previous outbreaks of illness. 152. Inflation affects the demand, pricing and consumption of most products. 153. There are strict eligibility criteria to undertake background speaker studies. 154. She received a scholarship from the state university. 155. Try to work with each other to build up a sense of cooperation and team spirit. 156. The thief visited the homes of several people every day. 157. Preparation is important to avoid mishaps in the lab. 158. Your agent will collect commission for each house they sell. 159. Students were instructed to stand in the straight line outside of the classroom. 160. Please note that the college laboratory will be closed for cleaning next week. 161. Upgrading manufacturing system can be efficiency. 162. Public perception about biotechnology is crucial as developing scientific consensus. 163. Identity theft happens to thousands of people every year. 164. The findings of research are focused on the cause of the diseases and treatment. 165. The software companies design and create new products. 166. Let me know if anybody struggle in labs. 167. Please make sure you have collected all the necessary materials. 168. We need to hand in the essay by next week. 169. Control system in manufacturing can increase the accuracy. 170. If you're not sure, phone student service for help. 171. American have progressively found the progress in quantitative terms. 172. The report contains the most important information. 173. Water tap on the campus will discourage the frequent use of plastic bottles. 174. A number of students have some volunteer jobs. 175. Our professor is holding a business development conference. 176. Rising in inflation may indicate the demand, price and the consuming of products. 177. The author's previous works are more philosophical and less experimental. 178. The software companies designs and creates new products. 179. If it helps you take notes to concentrate, please do it. 180. You must include these two pictures in your assignment. 181. We can't consider the increasing of prices at this stage. 182. The medical researchers are focused on the cause of the disease and treatment. 183. The commissioner will collect fines for sovereignty. 184. Students were instructed to submit their assignments by Friday. 185. The early work is more philosophical rather than experimental. 186. The theory has a great control on controversy. 187. The spot of lecture on economy policy has been cancelled. 188. The students have opinions to live in residences or apartments. 189. The module of the work is more of a compositional style. 190. He was not the only one to call for a legal reform in the 16th century. 191. Successful applicant will work with a large team of researchers. 192. Control system in the manufacturing require a high level of accuracy. 193. Public perception of biotechnology is crucial for developing scientific consensus. 194. The commissioner will collect fines for the sovereignty. 195. The finding of researchers are focused on the causes of diseases and treatments. 196. Let me know if anybody struggles in the labs. 197. Please make sure you correctly cite all the necessary materials. 198. It is absolutely vital to allocate your resources. 199. When met with high potential risks, companies will raise their prices. 200. Americans have progressively found the growth in quantitative terms. 201. The island is located at the north end of the bay. 202. The early works of this research are more experimental. 203. A recent article shows a number of interesting experiments. 204. You should include these two pictures from the lecture in your assignment. 205. 8 groups need to submit the outlines of their projects to their tutors. 206. The massive accumulation of data is converted into a communicable argument. 207. The theory has a great degree of controversy. 208. Her celebrating theory has a great level of controversy. 209. The theme of the instrumental work exhibits more of a demure compositional style. 210. Organizational failure is considered in various perspectives in academic literature. 211. The advertisement for children is open to much debate. 212. The effects of advertising is open to much debate. 213. Article numbers are collected through interesting experiments. 214. Mutually exclusive events are neither complementary nor opposing. 215. To gain full marks, an appropriate bibliography is required. 216. Climate change is an acceptable phenomenon amongst a group of reputable scientists. 217. You can find a lot more information on the university website. 218. Companies want to protect their brand from negative comments. 219. Books for children often contain many bits of illustration. 220. Before completing the exercise, you need to read the remaining chapters. 221. Attacking skilled workers to the city with expensive housing is hard. 222. An ancient text may hold secrets which were lost centuries ago. 223. Agenda items should be submitted by the end of the day. 224. Affordable housing is an important issue for all members of society. 225. Rising sales figures means a rise in demand. 226. Some people regarded it as care, while others regarded it as recklessness. 227. Remember, the prestigious selection has strict eligibility criteria. 228. Remember, the gifts purchased by children should have a striped character. 229. It is hard to anticipate all the different characters that they react. 230. Behind the garage, there is a flat car drawn by mules. 231. Behind the garage is a secret storage room. 232. The module of work is more of a compositional style. 233. The Commission of Funds supported among authorities has raised an argument. 234. And in that regard, as well as in other regards, it stands as an important contribution. 235. Climate change is fierce phenomenon concentrated by scientists. 236. When workers ask for an increase in wages, the company raises its prices. 237. When workers ask for higher wages, the company raises its prices. 238. When workers ask for raising in wages, company often higher their wages. 239. Why has the project been held up for so long? 240. A party is thrown in a small meeting room.